Okay guys, welcome to the bonus module, the correct way to research potential purchases. And you might wonder, what exactly does that mean? Well, I have provided you one of the sources or connections, if you will, and we're going to go ahead and dive right into one of those connections that I have given you. And that brings me to up here in the URL, we'll type in liquidation.com. And this is one outlet that you have to go ahead and start researching product, researching your potential purchases. So if you come to this site and you would like to make a purchase, well, the first thing you need to do is research the market and research the manifest of each listing. So let's dive into it and you'll kind of understand more as we go along. So as you see here, here's the whole site. Okay. Now we can browse auctions here on the left, or we can search specifically up here. So to make it easy and general for this example, I'll go ahead and just choose a category I like. And for me, consumer electronics is my niche. That's what I enjoy doing. So I'm going to go ahead and click consumer electronics. If you wanted something else, then you could choose something else. For this example, we'll go ahead and choose electronics. Okay, so now here we have a list of auctions, and you can see at the very right, end times. Okay, you can see here we have a picture and a title. Here's brand new iPhone 5 deluxe cases, 100 pieces. Here's 5 iPhones, Apple iPhone 3G, so those are the older iPhones. You'll notice also condition, new, returns, salvage. There's also used. So let's go over these conditions shortly here. So new condition is brand new. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Used is going to be used. Now when you have something used, that also means it's fully functional. So remember that. We have returns. Now this is usually what I like to buy. Okay, you get a lot better deal, but you've got to put in a little extra work. These are customer returns from major retail outlets. So you're going to have some that are new, some that are used, some that are broken, and you're going to have some might be missing a manual, or maybe possibly even a retail box. So that is returns. You get all of it. Salvage, of course, here, as you saw, here's the iPhones. Well, they're salvaged. None of them work. They might have water damage. They might have cracked screens. The charging port might not work. Could be a range of anything that's broken about it. So that's the conditions, and here you have the quantity of how many pieces are in it, and here's what the current bids are at. So 0 people here. There's four bids on that one, 5 bids on that one, 42 bids on this one. Okay, here's where they're located. So you get the gist of it. This is all the listings here, so we can scroll down here. Okay, this one right here, LG soundbar, Onkyo receiver, Panasonic home theater system, and more. These are returns, so they're going to be all the conditions. There's 10 of them, and it's at $120 right now. It ends on 4/16, 10 a.m. in the morning. So that is coming up very soon. I think this it's about, I'd say 12 hours from now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's see if this would be something we would be interested in purchasing. Okay, so here's the listing. It's got its title, it's got its pictures, just like our eBay. There's 11 hours left. There's 3 bids. It's at $120. The next minimum bid is at $130. It's got a description here. Okay. So what we want to look at is the manifest. And what a manifest is, it is the list that you're purchasing. It's a list of items by the model number and the quantity and the MSRP, total retail value. That's what the manifest is. This is called, I'm going to be placing a bid on a lot, L-O-T. It just means it's a lot is, it's a noun in this case, and it just means a manifest of items. So that's what we want to look at, the manifest. Okay, so here I have the manifest, as you can see. And we've got, let's see, an LG soundbar, on-kill receiver, Panasonic home theater. This is, I believe, a Sony. We've got an LG. Okay, some other things. Now you can see the grade here on the right is all returns. That's what we want. And there's notes, not a complete set, just the soundbar. So that's going to make the value a lot less. Not a complete set. All of these are not a complete set until we get to the bottom half. Cosmetic issues. That just means they're going to be used, which that's okay. Not a complete set. So there's, and then here's a couple blanks, so we don't really know. Probably a complete set though. So we need to take that into consideration when looking up all of the prices. So the first, let's see, first thing I'll go ahead and research is this first one. There's quantity 1. So we're going to copy the model number. Okay, copy, or you can press Control-C on your keyboard. And we're going to go over and open a new tab into eBay. Okay, so now we can paste this, and paste is also Control-V on your keyboard, and let's search. Now this is the model number. Okay, now these are active listings. There's 12 active. We really don't need to know that right now. We just want to see if they're selling, what people are paying for them. So go down here and click on sold. So this one only has a subwoofer, okay? So you might be able to, or soundbar, I'm sorry, type in, oops, soundbar only. Let's see if that, okay? So here we are, soundbar only, 75, 65 free shipping, and then this one's $13. If you really want to see, they could have charged $40 shipping. If you really want to see, we can click on it, and it says $13 shipping. So, oh, and it's for parts. That's why it's broken. That's why it sold so cheap. So you're looking at around $70, I would say, for that. So we're going to go back to our manifest, and it says retail price $3.99. Well, let's go ahead and get out our calculator here, and we'll type in $70. Okay. Next line item, we have quantity 1, and it's the on-kill receiver. It's not a complete set. So since it's a receiver, it has to have the receiver. because that is the main unit that you're buying. Now it says not a complete set, so that could mean no manual, probably not a remote is what it means, I'm guessing. So we need to take into consideration it does not have a remote or any accessories. Probably not, might not even be with the box. So we're going to go ahead and copy, Control C, go to our eBay. Oops. And we'll paste that into the search bar. Search. Okay, so here we are. Wow, look at these. $200, $140 plus shipping, $180 plus shipping, $180 plus shipping, $130 plus shipping, and $175 plus shipping. So let's just see how much people are charging for shipping. This is $180. He's charging about $20. So a couple $100. Let's see how much this guy charged for shipping. $22, so $160. And that's new. The other one was refurbished for $200. So it's $160. If you want to see what used is, click on used on the condition up here. Okay, so here's used for $200. So it's really kind of all over the place. Used. Let's go back again. So it's just to be safe, I would just say $150 to be conservative. You always want to be over conservative so you do not screw yourself when it's all over. So I'd say $150 on line item 2. So we'll go ahead and pop our calculator and we'll do plus $150. Now we're at $220. Okay, here's our third line item. Not a complete set. Maybe missing a remote or the subwoofer even. Copy that. Quantity 1. Come in here. Paste it. Search. And since it's not a complete set, I'm going to automatically just choose used to be extra conservative. And we got, look at this, no Blu-ray device. So it's just the speakers. Okay, this one's 90 plus shipping, 90 plus shipping, 125 plus shipping, 85 plus shipping, mint condition with remote, speakers, everything. So you got this right here, 37, 112, they're all over the place. Okay. So if you want, there's a lot under 100 complete. So I would just say like $75 possibly on this third line item, $75. And you have to take into account that what if one of these was salvage, didn't work? So just really do a low ball numbers when you run these. So what was that, 75 on that one? So now we're at 220 plus 75. Okay, so it's 295. Let's go to the fourth line item. Okay, so we got Nakamichi NK5 soundbar home theater system. This might be too many words to search. I'm gonna have to break it down, but we'll see. You'll get used to it. See, no results. So let's just do this. Oops, take out soundbar. See if that helps. Okay, NK5. So let's do this. Let's just do the model number. How about that? And the brand. 75 results. Wow. Okay, so I forgot if this was complete set or not. So let's go back and look. Not a complete set again. So this is maybe even half the price of what some of these are selling for. I'd go on this one. So automatically I do used. We got 50 plus what? How much are you charging? 20 bucks? 40, okay? So that's $90 total. We got $100 here. What if it just has the sound bar? Okay, let's do that. Sound bar only. Nope. So let's go back and keep searching. If we can't find it, just search the listings that did pop up and make our best decision that we can. So $50, $90. I mean, if these are $40, that's 75. That's 75. That's 110. So why don't we just say $50? If it's just that, then if it's just the sound bar, then it'll cost you $20. So I mean, you can even say $30 if you wanted to be extra conservative to take out the shipping. So $30 on that. Honestly, I wouldn't even put that. That's not even worth putting because it might not even work. You're putting $30 guaranteeing that it works. So I would just not even take that. I wouldn't even put that in there. Let's just skip to the next line item, which is, I believe, this one might be Panasonic actually. Not a complete set again. Wow, not good. You'd have to get this lot for pretty cheap to buy it. So this is not a complete set. I'm going to do used automatically. And I'm trying to do this a little bit quicker. You guys will definitely start to get the hang of it. And you can rewind it and pause it and play it. So here's 85, 80, 70 plus whatever, 59 plus whatever, 80 free shipping, so 90 free shipping. Just looking at it really fast. I've kind of done this for a while, so I know kind of what to look for, but I'd say $50, 50 bucks on this. So we'll bring up our calculator. We'll do plus 50. Okay, we're at 345. Next line item we have subwoofer only. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. So here's the model number of the sub. Let's see if that plugs in. Shows some results. Okay. Whoop. We want to go to. That is sold. Okay, I don't know why there's black here. Let's refresh it. Okay. Odd that I'm seeing a black colored number when I choose sold listings on here. So we'll just look at the green ones. Subwoofer only, 52 plus shipping. That's pretty good. Sold March 19th. So about $65 used. Not bad. Just off of that, $52.99. I would just put 50 bucks. 50 bucks on that line item. So we'll go ahead and it'll be $3.95. That's what we're up to now. Let's go down to the next. Okay, not a complete set. Sony 100 watt mini hi-fi system. Okay, let's check that out. Okay. So we'll take out the 100 watt maybe. Sometimes you can't find them, and if you can't find them, then don't even waste your time. Now that says $349, but if you look at the MSRP here, it's saying $100, so it's probably not the right one. Let's see, here's all different kinds. So let's see, mini hi-fi system. If they're saying it's only $100, let's just not even, don't even worry about it. Let's just call that broken. Okay, so next line item we have, not sure what that is. Let's look it up. Oh, hold on. I did see it didn't have anything, so it's probably a complete set. That'd be our first complete set if that's the case. So we'll paste that in here. Search. 60, 70, a lot of 3. Okay, so 44, 20, 20 plus probably 20 shipping, I'm guessing. $40. 50 to 100. Here's 40. Here's 40. Wow. 54. 80. So they're kind of all over the place. I'll just go ahead and say, I'd say 30. Half of retail. Let's see. So 30 on that. Plus 30. We're at 425 now. Okay, so let's go to the next line item. We have an RCA. And this one's refurbished with Cosmetic Issues. So let's just choose used. Refurbished usually sells more than used, but I do like to be conservative, so Cosmetic Issues here, so 50 plus shipping, $22 free shipping. Let me look at that. I want to see if that's broken. CD player does not work. Okay, so they have it listed as used. That should be listed in parts or repair. So look at these. Wow. $199 for parts are not working. Okay. Wow. A lot of broken ones being sold on here. So let's go back up to the top and let's look at this one. April 7th. That wasn't long ago. Refurbished. Same thing. $60. So let's just go ahead and say 40 to be conservative on that. $40 on that line item. So 425 plus 40 is 465. Okay. Next we have a Dell speaker. Actually think that these actually might sell for about $25 to $30 if I'm right. Okay, paste that in there. This is our last line item, and wow, $11. Golly. Okay, look at this case of 24. See, he's selling bulk. You guys can do the same thing if you ever buy stuff in bulk like that. $24.99. People are selling lots. $24.95. Okay, so yeah, I would just say $20. That's fine. It's the last line item. $20. 465. So we're at $485. $485. Okay, that's how much we could get for this all, and it's probably, you might only get $400 after shipping everything. Even I did account for a little bit of shipping, so I would say $400 is the minimum you would get from this lot. So I literally wouldn't pay more than $200 to $250 on this lot. total with shipping. So let's click out of the manifest, and we're in it for maybe $250 at the most, right? So here's the auction, $250 at the most. So that's how you would do it. Now right now it's at $120. People obviously, see, they're smart. It's at $120. Do not overpay, guys. If you can get this for under $200, I would buy it all day long. That's not bad. So that is how you take a potential purchase and you cross-reference it into where you are going to sell it to find out what people are paying for these items. Now, sometimes when I have huge lists and I have, let me show you for an example. Click on view manifest here. Try to make this the same size so you can see better. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 line items. Okay, and you'll notice each line item is quantity 1. When I buy now, sometimes I have hundreds of line items with up to hundreds of quantity in each line item. So this whole research process sometimes takes me over an hour just to come up with a price I would pay. And I might have wasted that entire hour because I couldn't get the auction because somebody paid more than my max budget. Never go over your max budget. This is not a game of emotion. This is a game of business. You always need to capture and seize your business mindset. Do not let emotion get the best of you in this game, or you can fail. And that is very, very crucial. I'm showing you this module because there is a correct way to buy, and there's also a way to buy that will cause you to go out of business or lose money. So you want to cross-reference, and you want to come up with very low-ball numbers and take out a few, take out a percentage. I took out about almost 20% of that lot. I just didn't even plug in the number because that, that's probably the most a salvage ratio would be. Usually it's about 10 to 12% ratio on how much will actually be salvaged in the returns lots. So it just depends. But don't forget to leave any comments or questions below if there's anything that you think I've missed or if you want clarification on. Like I said, there's also different categories, and let me show you. And this is just one of the sites that I've given you. Some sites are better than others, and you might like others better than others, and you might like, different categories as well. So let's see here. You can even hover over here. We've got clothing, computers, electronics, general merchandise, and it breaks it down for you. I mean, literally anything you want to get into, whatever niche that you feel comfortable with and you know more about, I would typically go with something that you're passionate about. Jewelry, tools and machinery, okay? So always take into account the condition of what you're buying and the condition of what you're cross-referencing on eBay. Okay, I'm a little bit more familiar with these items, so I already kind of know how much they sell for that condition. So I'm pretty fast at doing this. This might take you a little bit of time, but it is worth it. It is, I call it it's your homework. So I hope this suits you well. I hope you've learned a lot. And like I said, don't forget to leave any comments or questions below the video. I'll see you next time. Thanks.